Of course, Dennis Kucinich comes from his particular point of view, and some of us agree, some of us don't agree.
This building is shaking. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
We're having an earthquake.
We are having an earthquake.
In Washington, D.C.
That is the most bizarre thing I have ever experienced.
But we're still on the air.
Whew, okay, well, let's hope we're okay.
Yeah, or Chris says unless, a bomb went off nearby or something, the building is still moving. I hope it's not the building.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Yeah. Let's just continue and hope for the best.
Okay.
All right. Some other things going on today. Never can tell when I'm on the Thom Hartmann show what happens.
There was a shake in the building yesterday, too, and I noticed it, and I thought, that's weird. In fact, the building is still shaking. I think maybe we ought to get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still on the air. Okay,
I think let's finish at least this segment, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
The Obama administration issued their regulations on what's going to happen with regulatory burdens. Of course, the right wing is completely going after them, saying these are going to mean nothing, and although they're going to do better things on the internet, this is not acceptable to the right wing. But U.S. Chamber of Commerce issued something, but I have a feeling that what's happening is that they're just going after Obama for no reason. I recently met with some White House people. They're pretty confident in what the president's going to be doing with his jobs initiative, and what's happening is who considers himself the front runner, but none other than Mr. Romney, and he's issuing his own plan for his own jobs plan. He is going to unveil his own jobs plan the same week that Obama unveils his, and he said if it's a continuation of what Obama has had in the past, it's going to fail, he said yesterday.
Oh, amazing. Okay, what else is going
on? Okay, some other things. Debbie Stabenow, pretty good news. Debbie Stabenow is saying that she's actually 9 points ahead of her Republican challenger, so it looks like the Democrats will be able to hold on to that seat. In Michigan, the president is going to be going to Michigan, he announced on Labor Day, to meet with people from various groups. And as you know, yesterday he talked with the CEO of Ford Motor Company. And so the president is being very, very active in terms of labor, despite, again, some of the criticism from other folks that he is not reaching out to labor. It looks like he actually is.
That's remarkable. Okay. What else do you have on the list?
Well, let's see what else I have. I'm so spooked out by our building just shaking a few minutes ago. I guess, if it's okay, yes. It's interesting as the right wing is completely over the president about what happened about him being on vacation. No Labels just put out a press release today. 60% of Congress is not holding any town hall meetings. It's almost equally divided between Democrats and Republicans. So why are these people going after the president when so many Republicans are not even having any town meetings at all during the entire time that they are on quote-unquote work release or work district.
Has there been
period.
any effort to I understand it's like 60% of Democrats and 50% of Republicans roughly, so this is totally a bipartisan problem. Has there been any suggestion that there should be legislation requiring public servants to meet with the public?
There is a major issue. No, there is no legislation on this. And, of course, the only thing we have is the press. And sometimes the press, honestly, Tom, is falling down on the job. And in terms of,
I'm looking at the
earthquake strikes Washington, D.C. area. I have to tell you, this is the second earthquake I've experienced. The first was in Boston in the 80s.
That's amazing. Well, I got thrown out of bed once in Los Angeles in an earthquake. I was in a hotel, and just, I woke up on the floor.
It's nice to know it's not just this building.
Yeah, because that was my concern was, if this building, because we're in a fairly old building, if this building is getting ready to go, then we need to get the hell out of here. But if it's just an earthquake, that's fine. I can deal with that.
Yes.
Okay, so anyhow, continue.
I can't even talk. I do want to say one interesting thing. As you know, Tom, you've followed very, very closely the situation of South Sudan and the fact that I brought a child here who was blinded by his slave master, my physician last week, who examined him. She's ophthalmologist in chief at Wills, said it would be the equivalent of pouring acid into this child's eyes. He was hung upside down. His mother's still in slavery. I know you send very good energy, and I hope all your listeners listeners do. He's having surgery tomorrow morning at 7:30 at Will's Eye in
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
that's great. So if you're inclined to pray for him or send him
Send
some
good
light
thoughts,
or
good
Reiki
energy,
or whatever it may be.
distant healing, which I believe in, and I think
Yeah,
you do too.
I do,
This is going to be something that...
What's his name?
His name is Kier Dang.
Kier Dang.
That's right.
Okay.
Everybody's
and
name is Dang there.
How old is he?
Well, officially he's 18. I don't know. He looks maybe 16, 17, but he doesn't, of course, know how old he is. But what's interesting about him is that he has a lot of musical talent, and he's going to probably be going to Lighthouse International's music school for the blind and for the very eye impaired or very sight impaired.
That's spectacular.
And
if you want to support Ellen's work in Sudan, not just with this young man, go to goatsfortheoldgoat.com.
Right, and very shortly we're going to be selling these nice
that's beautiful.
hearts that are made by our women who have seen somebody killed in front of them in order to get to our post-traumatic stress breathing group.
Oh, my.
You're listening to Thom Hartmann.